Memphis is glad that sexy time happened, but said that it was so quick. She batted her eyes and it was done. Hey my beautiful peeps, my name is Char and welcome to Char TV. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a recap on episode 5 of Before the 90 Days, and it's called False Starts and Promises. Before I get into the recap, I do want to give a few shout outs. The first pinned comment is Tosh.Fro. Girl, your comment made me chuckle. I just had to pin it. Second shout out is to KD Renee. Thank you so much for your lovely comment. I'm so glad that you enjoy the way that I do my recaps. Some people don't, and that's fine, but people need to understand that when you're inserting a pile of clips, there's something called copyright and fair use. So that's why, yeah, I can't insert a whole episode. And your comment also made me chuckle, so of course I had to pin it. Third shout out, I couldn't pin it because we can only pin one at a time per video, but thank you very much, Kim, for your lovely comment. Yes, bullying is something that I won't tolerate on my channel. If I see it, you already know what's up. The fourth and last shout out is Ella Larson. Again, I couldn't pin yours, but I just had to give you a shout out. I'm so glad that you found my channel. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay, and I'm glad that you appreciate my style of doing recaps. Thank you very much. Now let's get on to the recap. Y'all know I focus on the juicy couples, so we're gonna start with Caleb and Alina. This is their second morning together in Turkey, and last night, Caleb kissed Alina. He said that the moment, it just felt right. Caleb said it was great to have alone time with Alina, but they did not have sex. But they got on a new level of intimacy, so they've crossed a new threshold. Alina asked Caleb if he enjoyed the dinner last night, and Caleb said yeah, because they finally got rid of Elijah. Alina agreed that she enjoyed her time after Elijah left.
I didn't want to wait anymore.
I noticed when we came back to the room.
When we started making out, it was just like, all that built up energy we were connecting through it.
Yeah.
So I hope you had fun.
I was so ready.
Alina said that the kiss was passionate, and she really wasn't expecting that from Caleb because Caleb is reserved and chill. However, she did imagine that the first kiss would be a little bit more romantic. You know, you get a little closer, you lean in, it's all slow and nice. To her, it was just like thunder, but she didn't mind. Alina said to Caleb that she's still left with questions because after the kiss, nothing else happened.
I wanted to have sex last night, but then just nothing happened, and it made me feel very confused. Like, why do you even start something and in such a passionate way, and then you just stop it? Is there a problem in me?
Caleb said that they took a big step the night before, so he didn't feel a need to push it further. He's still trying to adjust to being with Alina physically. Alina said to Caleb if she's that different, that it's that hard for him to really take in. Caleb said it's sometimes difficult because they're different heights, so he has to be crouched down so that he's next to her. Things got really heated, but Alina is different from other women that Caleb has had sex with. And Caleb started to get in his head a little bit, and that sort of took him out of the moment. And then once he's out of the moment, it's hard to get back in. Caleb really cares about Alina, so his intention is to get past all of that so that he is able to be physical with Alina and intimate with her. Caleb said there is a connection there that is deep, and he's just trying to sort things out. Alina said they're moving despite all that, and Caleb said let's focus on the good and do something and see what happens. Then he leans in for a kiss. Alina is grateful that Caleb is being honest with her, but she's a little bit worried because they have less than 2 weeks in Turkey, and she's afraid that Caleb won't be able to adjust to her. She just wants to be normal in his eyes. And I'm sorry if you hear a little banging or something. They're doing renovation and it might get a bit loud. Caleb and Alina are heading to the gym, even though Alina is not a gym person, but Caleb is. So it's just another fun way of them spending time with each other. He shows her how to do some arm curls, and then they head to the treadmill.
You feel it in your glutes yet? Right back here?
No. I don't feel steep.
You must be just really strong. All right, go for it. There you go. Try and kiss me.
It's very far.
It's motivation. So close. Alina impresses me. She doesn't shy away from the activity. The gym isn't Alina's thing. It sort of shows me that Alina really cares about me and is invested in me.
Later on in the day, they go to dinner at Maria's place, and Maria is Alina's good friend of 10 years. Alina decided not to invite Elijah because there's still some tension between him and Caleb, and she doesn't want Elijah to influence Maria's perception of Caleb. They arrive at Maria's place and Alina introduces them to one another. Maria wants to see what Caleb's intentions are with Alina. Is there going to be a future together, or are they just gonna go back to their countries and that's it? End of story. Maria is curious to know how Caleb and Alina got even more close.
And he was like, yeah, you gotta apply to be my mail order bride. And I'm like, well, okay, challenge accepted. So I took a video doing different things, just like, you know, talking about me. Hey Caleb, what's up? I was a model in Dubai. I'm beautiful as well. And yeah, like what else a mail order bride has to be.
Maria then proceeded to say that they have to be ready for the future, since Alina said they're really close now. Maria said to Caleb and Alina, are you going to live together in Russia or America? Caleb said talking about living together is a little bit extreme. He wants them to focus on getting to know each other and not setting things in stone. Maria said, well, every girl wants to have life plans. And Caleb said to Maria, this is a great conversation, but it's something that should be had between himself and Alina.
Sorry if I'm asking questions like that, but like, she's my friend. Но я просто боюсь, что у вас эта история закончится как, типа, курортный роман закончился, вы уехали и все.
I'll just wait over here.
Поэтому я хочу, чтобы перед тем, как мы разъехались по домам после Турции, чтобы мы поговорили о том, что нас ждет дальше. Это нужно обязательно знать.
Я надеюсь, он сможет ответить на твой вопрос.
Alina wants to know what's going to happen next, and that her and Caleb have to agree on something. But based on his answers to Maria, she's worried that she's not going to get them before the end of the trip. They finished having dinner at Maria's place, and Caleb said a lot of things happened that kind of put him off. You know, Maria asking questions, then her and Alina were speaking Russian right in front of him, and he clearly does not understand, which I agree, yeah, it's a little bit rude because they do speak English. They know he doesn't speak Russian. It kind of makes somebody feel uncomfortable. I've been in that spot too. Caleb agrees that Maria is right, that they do have to figure things out for the future, but they have more than a week left and he doesn't want to be forced. Alina said that she does feel bad for speaking in Russian in front of Caleb, and Caleb said he gets it, it was just a lot to handle, and thanked her for apologizing. Alina respects what her friend had to say and agrees that they just can't leave without having a plan. She doesn't want to be too pushy with Caleb right now. She just wants to have fun tonight. Now they get back to the hotel. They start kissing and Alina starts to unbutton Caleb's shirt, but she's having a little bit of difficulty. Caleb takes off Alina's shoes so that they can get down to business. So I was seeing some not so great comments on this scene saying it was a bit too much and it has nothing to do with the way that Alina looks. You know, they would have an issue with it if it were two average height people. But some felt that it was a bit too much. I'm not too sure how you feel. Let me know in the comments below. For me, I have misophonia, so noises like slobbering noises and stuff like that, my ears can't handle it. So I didn't care for that scene. Alina asked Caleb if this feels weird for him, and Caleb said it feels weird that they haven't done it before. Alina said maybe he should hit the lights, and I'm sure we can use our imagination as to what happened. And definitely after seeing the preview for the next episode. Disco stick? That's pretty much all with Caleb and Alina. On to Gino and Jasmine. Gino has seen some red flags with Jasmine as far as him interacting with other women. But at the same time, he's having a great time with Jasmine. And the next day is Christmas and he gets to spend it with her. Jasmine has a surprise for Gino. She said that tonight he's going to meet Leo. Leo has been her friend for several years. Their friendship started because Leo was her hairstylist. She does her hair a lot, so a lot of time is spent with Leo weekly. They're very close, so she wants Gino to make a good impression on Leo. So she says that she's going to take Gino shopping today. Jasmine said Gino is very attractive, but he just doesn't know how to wear the right clothes. He wears big shirts and sandals. She has a problem with his shorts too because they're like sports shorts and he doesn't even play sports. Jasmine is puttering around the store, picking out clothes for Gino, and Gino's noticing something. He's realizing that him and Jasmine have different spending habits.
Take this one, the one that is on the top.
Yeah.
Take it, take it.
Okay.
Okay, baby, let's try this on. Come, you can wear one of these outfits tonight.
Yeah. Of course, I want her to be happy about what I'm wearing.
Baby! Look at the difference. You even have a body.
Gino said he's been out of work for several months and he didn't have plans on going ham buying a whole bunch of clothes. He's trying on the clothes and Jasmine loves how he looks. So now it's time to pay. The cashier is ringing up the items and then hits Gino with a total of $512.53. Jasmine's like, okay, where is your wallet? My man Gino started looking stressed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't notice so much. I think I might have to come back and buy these another time.
What?
I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to spend $500 on clothes right now.
No.
No.
Gino knows that Jasmine wants him to improve his look, but he's feeling rather uncomfortable right now because he's sort of like put on the spot to spend this money. Because the $512, that's still $500 US, and he doesn't care what country he's in. He doesn't want to spend that on clothes. I don't know. I honestly thought when she said, okay, I'm gonna take him shopping, I thought she was gonna pay. But I mean, I should have known better. And I get that he's on a budget, like he's not making money, so he has to be cautious with his spending habits. But at the same time, Gino, did you not see the price tags on the clothes? You could have been like, listen, I got a tight budget here. I can maybe pick out a shirt and a pair of pants. Why was he letting her pick up all these things and he knew that he wouldn't be able to afford it? I would have checked her like, listen lady, now he should have saved all that money that he spent on her braces, lip fillers, and hair extensions. Jasmine said to the cashier that Gino has to get his wallet and can we just put these items on hold? The cashier said yes, sure. Gino apologizes and they head out. Gino can tell Jasmine is upset, which is surprising him because she knows his money situation. And he knows that she's trying to get him to spend money on himself and not her, but he doesn't want her to think that he's a walking bank machine. It's a few hours later and they're heading to the restaurant to meet Leo. Jasmine is upset that Gino didn't even pick out an outfit to meet Leo because, as I mentioned before, she wants to make sure that Gino makes a good impression. Gino is wearing his classic sport shorts, sandals, and a t-shirt. Gino is nervous to meet Leo, but at the same time he's excited because this is an opportunity for him to know more about Jasmine.
Hello.
My baby's here! Don't tell me anything because of my hair. Parezco una bruja.
Estás hermosa, mi amor.
So, Leo, Gino.
Nice to
¿Cómo
meet
estás?
you.
Mucho
¿Cómo
gusto.
está?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien.
Panamá, cool. Panamá, cool.
I love Panama.
Jasmine said to Leo in Spanish, "What do you think about Gino?" And you can be honest because he doesn't understand Spanish. Leo said that Gino looks honest and has nobility in his eyes. Jasmine said that Gino is himself and doesn't care if people like how he's dressed and doesn't care what they say about him. He's a unique man. And Leo said he's perfect. Then Leo says to Jasmine, "Does he know about your birth control pills yet?" Jasmine said no, and she feels terrible because they're having unprotected sex, and Gino's been daydreaming about having children, and he's even picked out girls' names. Now Jasmine doesn't mind having another child, but at this moment it can wait. And perhaps she's feeling this way because she already has 2 children, and she knows it's a big commitment. Leo wants to know what Gino thinks about Jasmine so far. And Gino said that she's amazing and everything that he wants in a woman. Then Gino said to Leo if he's ever seen Jasmine get upset all of a sudden and was shocked by it.
Yes.
Yes. Lo vi una vez que estábamos en la peluquería y ¡fra! Quemaron.
His assistant formed my hair. So I grabbed, her hair and was doing this. I thought I was gonna kill her.
Now Gino's goal was to propose to Jasmine, but hearing these moments when she can just lose control kind of concerns him and makes him feel like if this is what it's gonna be like in the future. Now it's the next day, which happens to be Christmas, and Gino is going to cook for Jasmine. Well, isn't that sweet? He doesn't cook very much, as we know. He loves frozen dinners, but breakfast is his specialty, and he can make some mean eggs. Jasmine said to Gino that she's vegan and she doesn't eat anything that comes from animals. But it's like Gino didn't even hear that because then he asked her if she wanted 2 eggs. They forget about the food because that's not going so well and go to the presents. Jasmine gave Gino a shirt that said, "I love my crazy Panamanian girlfriend." And then she had the matching t-shirt that said, "I am the crazy Panamanian girlfriend." And she also got him a pillow. Jasmine said she doesn't like gifts that can be found in the store. Gino says he loves it and it's the best kind of gift. But now it's his turn. Gino then goes on to explain, well, the electric toothbrush, that was your gift. He said he should have waited, but he was just excited. Jasmine said to Gino, "Well, that's my gift that you planned?" And Gino said, "Yeah."
All I'm getting is a toothbrush. He gave it to me when he arrived. And he thinks that he can be cheap or, careless about me. No. I've seen what you've done for this bunch of women that you have in the past. Yes. Don't you dare to say no. Your own social media, the pictures, you were going out, you were going to trips.
He even took a woman to Europe. Gino said, hey, that's when I had money, so he could afford to do those things. But now he hasn't worked for 7 months. Ain't no money coming in, he's just living off his savings. Now Jasmine's thinking, well, maybe he doesn't care about her. Gino said that Jasmine doesn't see the sacrifices that he's made for her. He went all the way to Panama. He's not able to spend Christmas with his family because he's with her. It seems like the only things that matter to Jasmine are his exes and what he did with them in the past. She seems to be a little bit more materialistic than he expected. Jasmine said to Gino, well, hopefully you'll have an extra chance next year for next Christmas. Then she just stormed off as she usually does. That's pretty much all for Gino and Jasmine. I loved it the episode before where he stood up to her because she called his wife a not so nice name. I love that he stood up to her. I wish that he would do that more often though. Now on to Memphis and Hamza. It's the next morning after sexy time, and Hamza's mother is surprised because her son didn't listen to her. She's in disbelief. She had warned Hamza many times that what they did should be done after marriage. Memphis says to Hamza if his mother is upset since they got caught and he was to sleep on the couch. Hamza had decided to sneak into Memphis's room the night before, and she just could not resist. She's nervous that if Hamza's mother doesn't approve of her, she may try to stop the wedding. So she hopes that this ordeal will not ruin things between her and Hamza's mother. Memphis tells Hamza that she's nervous because she was a guest in the house and didn't respect the mother or her rules. She really doesn't want the mother to know that they had sexy time. Memphis is glad that sexy time happened, but said that it was so quick. She batted her eyes and it was done. Then she went on to say it was bad, really, really bad. And that if Hamza can't build up stamina, it's going to be a problem because sex is important to her. And I'll link a card above because I did a sneak peek of her saying so, and man, I felt so bad for Hamza, and a lot of viewers were outraged because of what she said. She pretty much outed and embarrassed her fiance. If he did that to her, I'm pretty sure she'd have a problem with it. Also, because Memphis was getting a lot of heat because she disrespected the mother's rules, she made a post about it in her Instagram stories she could get in trouble for. Pretty much saying the scene was not made out to what it really was. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Hamza said that he was happy. Well, yeah, because you got yours. Hamza went to talk to his mother and she said, why didn't you sleep in the living room? And Hamza said, well, Memphis came all this way and she wanted him to sleep beside her, and he's just to go to sleep in the living room? The mother said to him, well, yes, because Hamza was supposed to stay in the living room because she wanted everything to be traditional, and she did mention, well, they had an agreement. Hamza was trying to play smart and trying to flip things back onto his mother and said to her, what kind of mentality do you have? Nothing happened. Now, I don't know, Hamza must think that his mama was born yesterday because she's like, well, do you mean to tell me that nothing happened last night? His mama ain't stupid. Hamza said, nothing happened. What happened?
كيفاش مرأة وراجل في فرش ما يصير شيء ما نعرفش هذا كيفاش هذا
ما صار شيء.
ما تغششنيش بالحق حمزة ما تقولش ما عادش تكذب علي.
Hamza feels like at this moment he's disappointed his mother because he didn't listen to her. Memphis doesn't want the mother to be mad at Hamza, and she doesn't want his mother to disapprove of her, and that's what Hamza's worried about. Memphis steps into the kitchen and asks how is everything. She says to Hamza, are you happy? And mother happy? To which Hamza said yes. Hamza said to his mother, are you happy? And she said yes. I'm not buying it. After Hamza's mother caught them in bed, it's a little bit awkward being around the mother in the home. So they decide to head outside and enjoy their first day together. They're having a nice time walking through the market, but Memphis wants to talk to Hamza about what happened the night before. She can tell that they're both sexually attracted to each other, but the sex was fast and furious. Now, in the past, Memphis has made the mistake of being in a relationship where there was no sexual chemistry, and she does not want to make the same mistake. She needs them to be open and honest with one another. They sit down at a cafe so that they can have a chat.
The sexy time last night was pretty fast.
I am happy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Is it always fast?
No, I am sexy, baby. I am sexy.
Hamza looked a little bit confused. So Memphis went on to say, well, you blew your load fast. Is that because you haven't had sex in a long time? Hamza said it's been about 8 months since he last had sex, but Memphis is too sexy and he can't control himself. Memphis then goes on to ask Hamza, well, how many relationships has he been in where he's had sexy time? Hamza said 4, but now with Memphis, 5. Hamza then tells Memphis that his mother was mad about the incident, but she's okay now. Memphis said it's not okay because she wants his mother to realize that she's a good person and doesn't want her to be upset with her. Now, moments later, Memphis is trying to get back into the mother's good books. So they're in the kitchen and she's gutting a fish, which is making her a little bit like squeamish, but she's doing it anyway.
Okay.
Ito? Oh. Okay. No. Oh, جبتها لك.
No, can't. No. It feels gross. And the fact that I have no clue what she's saying does not really help the situation.
Hamza's mother is like, well, you can't cook fish. Can you cook couscous, pasta? She feels if Memphis can't cook, well then her son is going to starve. And that worries her. But that's not the only thing that worries her. There's other things too. While at the dinner table, Hamza's mother said, well, let's talk about yesterday. She said to Hamza, well, you were supposed to be in the living room and Memphis in her room. So tonight, Memphis is to sleep in her room and you right here on the couch. Memphis said, okay.
ما تعرفش بك ركزت عليه انت هذه.
توي قلت اوكي. وانت شبيه؟
انا قلت اوكي.
هكا. خلص انا حمزة نقول لك عندي نحكي معاها.
شو تسأل انت ما؟
The mother said, well, she's been married to 2 men. Why did she divorce them both? Memphis explained that she's been married once and the relationship, it just didn't work. It was just a friendship and not a good marriage. Now Hamza's mother is worried that one day Memphis and Hamza won't get along and then Memphis will divorce Hamza based on her past experience. Memphis said, well, it's up to Hamza to be a good man when he comes to America because she's a good woman.
I don't know why Hamza's mom thought that I've had 2 marriages. I don't know if it's because I have 2 children by 2 different fathers, but I take marriage very seriously. I definitely wouldn't marry someone that I didn't feel like I loved and would really honor me.
Hamza's mother said she would say the exact same thing, whether the woman was foreign or not, because she is scared for her son. She's lived without a man and has raised Hamza since he was little. She then broke down into tears. Hamza's mother just doesn't want her children to go through the same difficulties as she did. Hamza's father had left them and went to another woman. Memphis reassured Hamza's mother that she doesn't have to be scared and that she will make sure he's okay. Well, I sure hope so. I hope everything works out for them. That's pretty much all with Memphis and Hamza. I'm really curious to know your thoughts on the couple. That wraps up my recap. I really hope that you enjoyed it. But let me tell you, if I hear sexy time one more time, I'm gonna go Medea. Seriously, I am sick and tired of hearing sexy time. There was no Kim and USMAN this episode, so I hope to see them next episode. And I'm sure we're gonna hear more about the disco stick when it comes to Alina. That's gonna be interesting. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this recap. Thanks for watching, my beautiful peeps, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!